Hey folks, just wanted to look at some more charting analysis type of stuff. Let's go back into our gong show. Why not? And we're going to tab review bowls again. Pull this guy up. And you can see from our last session, we actually still have the scoring up here. What we could do is tap the ellipsis, go to scoring. We can either hide it if we want to. And we'll just hide it for now and just hit done. And let's say we're just, what do we want to go over? Let's go over annotations. So you can see here, I'm going to grab my Apple Pencil here just for funsies. And in the top left, let's see if I can hover. You can kind of see it wiggling up here. There's the annotations button for the pencil kit. Let's just go in here, pick a pencil, pick a color, what type. Well, just draw a thicker line. And we can make annotations if we want to. And we'll just come in here, flyer. Do whatever you want on here. You can come in here, hit the eraser. You can erase everything. What I'm just trying to illustrate is you have full access to the pencil kit. You can draw whatever you want on here. You can use the ruler, come in here, pick a pencil with the blue, with the green, I mean. You got everything available for you. Let me go ahead and hide the ruler there. Draw whatever you want on here. Let's pick green. Just type in here. Yay. Me. Sorry about my handwriting. Do whatever you want. What you can do with this is, some people, kind of like myself, I just like drawing on it. I don't necessarily share my photos all the time, but I do like to have notes for myself. For example, I was in here earlier and I circled this guy, and I was wondering if it's a flyer. And you can see, like, if I back out, let's pretend we're 2 years down the road and we're analyzing some data. Not whatever timeline, it doesn't really matter. You can come back in your review bowls. That stuff's still there. You still have those annotations for yourself. And you can either erase them if you want to change them. You can also hide the annotations if you want to, and they all go away. But let's pretend we want to show that. And we want to go ahead and save this. Well, what do we want to save? Well, let's add one thing to this. Let's go ahead, and we have this overlay section. Show mean radius. There's our mean radius right there. Pretty cool. We can actually share this stuff out just by going to share. And let's pretend don't want to send it to my wifey. Pretend we're going to share it to my computer. We can share it that way. And what you don't see, so let's do something different. Let's go ahead and just save to photos. So we saved it to photos. Let's open up the Photos app. Library. What we did. Everything saves right there. What I'm trying to illustrate here is that we are not a photo editing app. So let me turn off this. So see how I'm zooming in here? This is what I want to share. All I care about is sharing this. Let's go to share again. Save to photos. Saves it. Go back out to my photos. Go back. See how it has the aspect ratio of what we actually zoomed in on? We're not a photo editing app. The Photos app on iOS and soon to be on the Android device, that gives you all the tools you need. If you need to crop and adjust something, or do some whatever you want to, do that from your Photos app. LoadLab is not a photo editing tool. And if you need to do anything to your photos, whether it be for target analysis or even after the fact, do it from the Photos app. That way it keeps the things a heck of a lot simpler on our side, not trying to reinvent the wheel as well. But basically, go back to LoadLab here. I thought I was in it because it looked exactly like the screen. Whatever aspect ratio you want. So here, oh yeah, forgot about the target way off here to the side. And to see, so you see how we have our mean radius that's actually applied? That actually pops up in, these are called unified legends. But basically that pops up in your legend for you. So you know that green circle, your mean radius there is 1.943 inches. You know, at 600 yards, that's actually pretty sporty. But let's go ahead, share this guy out again. Save the photos though. Save the photos. Go to my photos. Boom. There it is. So just kind of wanted to show you sharing real quick. And a little bit with mean radius and some charting stuff. But because we left, one thing I also want to illustrate, and I forgot to mention this earlier, because we left scoring, all we did was hide it. See how it's still there? All we did was hide it. And what that does is it keeps it in the legend here. So if you wanted to know how you scored, it still shows up there, but we're just hiding the synthetic drawing is all we're doing. So if we go into scoring, delete that guy. You probably saw it in the background. But now the only thing that shows up is your precision metrics. The scoring is no longer applied or anything like that. So there's kind of a little pro tip there. But yeah, that's about all I wanted to show you for this video.